Hey RT family, Ryan Reynolds here with Keller Williams Consultants Realty, and today I'm with Black Tie Moving's Chris Hess, who is, what's your role here, Chris?
Managing partner.
Managing partner of Black Tie Moving here in Dublin. And so obviously being a real estate agent, we're in a position where we have partners that are in the same business or in complementary businesses. And so Chris and Black Tie are one of our partners. So Chris, tell me just a little bit about what it is that Black Tie does.
Well, we're a local and long distance moving company. We can help whether it be packing, whether it's loading trucks, unloading trucks, or even just helping stage houses moving stuff around or taking stuff to storage.
So you have storage available and that kind of things too?
We can help coordinate. Right now our storage is full, but we can help coordinate.
Obviously good business, right?
Yeah.
To be in storage. Storage is good. With Black Tie, we've had a lot of our customers, or clients, I should say, have really good experiences with your company. And so what is it you guys do that makes you different to cause that to happen, do you think?
It's all about the customer service with us. So we know moving is stressful as it is. And we want to take that bridge from getting everything closed to getting everything moved and, kind of just take care of that right over top for them.
And then when we think about just like history of Black Tie Moving, can you give me a little bit of background? Where did you guys come from? How did you get in the business?
Well, I've been in the moving industry for 27 years this month, actually last month, and was with a different company here in town for 22 of those years.
So you must have started like 4, right?
Well, yeah, no, not quite. I was a little older than that, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I've been in the industry for a long time with a different company here in town. Black Tie was a little newer. Actually, my best friend from high school happens to be the lead singer from Rascal Flatts.
Okay.
And he was moved by Black Tie about 5.5 years ago.
You can name drop if you want to go.
Well, yeah, Gary LaVox.
Gary LaVox, right, okay.
Yeah, so,
and he's actually here in the back. He'll be joining us shortly, I think, right? So.
Great. He may do a song or two, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, but he'd reached out to me after he had those guys move him in Nashville about 5.5 years ago. Such great service. It was all about the red carpet, the white glove. And just enjoyed it so much that he wanted to bring that back to our home state. So offered me to some ownership and to manage it for him. And
that's awesome.
We've done almost 9,000 moves. So I've been in business about 5 years.
9,000 moves is pretty good. One of the things I hear a lot from my clients is they're really afraid to have moving companies come out because they're like, oh, it's going to cost me $100,000 to move all my stuff. So can you walk us through what's the process look like for someone who's thinking about making a move? Is there an estimate up front? How does that all work?
Well, we can do it a few different ways. Normally I try and get a list of what they're moving, the address they're going from and to, whether we do that over the phone, whether we do it via a checklist I can email, a FaceTime or a Zoom call, or an actual in-home survey, which I'm not opposed to. So we do a lot of those. So, and it's as small as just moving a couple rooms to everything in the house.
All right, that's great. So now I'm not going to hold you to these numbers, but I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to put you on the spot.
Sure.
So let's just say I live in Dublin and I'm going to be moving to another house in Dublin, and I have a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square foot house, which is a pretty good comparison for a lot of our clients that are moving up especially. What would something like that cost to move just locally in the ballpark?
I mean, ballpark, you're probably talking $2,500, $3,000.
So 25, that's way cheaper than I would have guessed.
And that's for everything. So if it's just the larger items, you can get down to anywhere from $500 to $1,000.
Okay, and so if somebody wants to pack their own stuff and just have you guys move it, is that okay?
Yeah.
So you guys will do pretty much anything, and then if I wanted to have you guys come and pack and do everything, you can do all of that stuff too.
Right. Typically packing on average is double the move price.
Double the move price.
Yeah.
So if I'm just moving from one place to another, I could probably even save maybe even less than $2,500 potentially.
Right.
Okay, great. And so I see your trucks all around town. Obviously you've got a bunch of trucks out back. How far in advance would I need to plan for making a move?
Through the summer months, we recommend at least 2 to 3 weeks notice.
2 to 3 weeks. Okay.
We can still fit you in right now. We don't have any days full up in June, but we've got some days getting close to it. But we recommend at least 2 or 3 weeks notice to get on the schedule.
Okay. Yeah. So by the time people get in a contract on a house with us, closing is typically about a 30-day process. So then, if you call when you get into contract, then you can probably get on the schedule and likely accommodate. Now, how hard is it to move dates? Because sometimes in real estate, things move from one day to the next. I mean, is that something that you guys can typically accommodate?
Most of the time, yes. We'll do everything we can to reschedule, and we deal with it all the time.
One of the questions that I get from a lot of people too is that, I'm a little worried that I'm going to have all these guys in my house, they're going to be seeing all my stuff, touching all my stuff. How do I know those people aren't going to how do I know they're good people and good character type people? Do you guys do any kind of screening on your
Yeah, I mean, we do a thorough interview process. We do background checks on all the guys. So,
okay.
I mean, they're in people's homes dealing with, the kids, the furniture, and all your, prized possessions. And we want to make sure we've got the good guys. They're in uniform. They all should be in black tie uniform, black shorts or black pants, depending on the time of year.
Yeah.
Our crew foremen wear the polos. Our regular crewmen wear the tuxedo T-shirts.
Tuxedo T-shirts. Yeah,
so
I can't say that I've ever rocked one of those too hard, but anyway.
I've got an extra one. I'll get you one.
All right, that'd be awesome, actually. Is there anything else that you guys do that we'd want to talk about?
Well, we also have, we can help with our concierge services.
Okay, tell me about that.
I don't handle that personally, but we've got a company that's Black Tie Concierge Services that'll help with change of address, changing cable, changing security and all that. Yeah, and that's at no cost.
No cost. So if you move the Black Tie, you can actually have them take care of changing all of your utilities too, or maybe not utilities?
I think there's certain ones in Ohio you can't do, but there's certain ones you can.
I think there's some you have to have an affidavit for and things like that. So, or power of attorney, I'm sorry, not an affidavit. Okay, so I did not know about that, but that is a great benefit. So if you're planning to move, one of the biggest things I know that people struggle with is getting all of that stuff changed. And so if they offer that service for free, and it's really not that expensive to move, I mean, why would you ever touch your own stuff and move all your own stuff yourself? That just seems like a crazy thing to do. So let's talk a little bit about your the charity work you guys do. I know you're involved in several different things. So what would you say is maybe your main thing you're most involved with in terms of charities or philanthropy?
We've done a lot over the years with the Family Mentor Foundation.
The Family Mentor Foundation.
Yeah, they do buddy bags for kids who, for families and kids that don't have the means to be able to eat over the weekend or have the money when their parents are working after school. Or even through the summer on weekends and stuff like that.
Okay, so it's like a bag to take home for food for lunch or dinner or whatever, something like that. So if you're thinking about making a move, I mean, you want to help kids out at the same time, Black Tie can do that. So if I'm thinking about making a move and 2 or 3 weeks out or maybe a month out and I want to get a hold of you guys, what's the best way to actually get a hold of you to get the estimate and to get the process started?
They can call me directly on my cell phone. It's 614-599-3693. They can email me, Chris@BlackTieMoving.com, or you can call our corporate number, our 800 number, which is, I think it's 844-920-2966.
Okay, sounds good. We'll call the cell phone number because you get Chris right on the phone.
Right.
And I know Chris has done a lot of stuff for the real estate industry. He comes and he sponsors lunches for us and talks about their services and does a lot of things, helps a lot of our clients. And I know, like you mentioned, moving is one of the most stressful things that people can do. It's a lot of money. You're touching everything you own, and you're going into a new, uncomfortable, potentially situation. And so, I appreciate the business you guys are in that you're doing. Especially, actually, one other question I should ask you is if someone has a health concern. I know we've just kind of come out of the pandemic. How would that be handled with you guys if somebody was concerned about, hey, I really have a compromised immune system, I need some special service? Is that something you can do?
Yeah, I mean, we can wear masks if need be. A lot of customers will just, once we go through and get all the paperwork signed and show us what's going, we'll just ask them. A lot of times they'll just decide to stay over to the side out of the way. Otherwise, if not, we can wear a mask while we're inside. Okay.
So one other question I have for you then is, whenever I have moved, I've tried to be really nice to the guys that are doing it because for sure they're doing a job that I don't want to do. So if I want to give the guys a tip, or if I want to buy them pizza, or maybe not beer, but Cokes, is that something it's okay to do that?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of times, most customers will buy them lunch.
Most buy them lunch,
yeah. And then they get tipped depending on the size of the job. It could be anywhere from $10 to $100 a piece.
So you mentioned before that your buddy growing up was Gary LeVox, who's the lead singer for Rascal Flatts, and you guys started the company together. So how did that happen? Did you guys live next to each other, or how did that?
Well, we graduated high school, and then we roomed together for a couple years out of high school.
Okay, so you guys went to college together, or
no?
Or not college, but
yeah. So, but we've stayed in touch over the years. They've been performing since '99, 2000.
Yeah. So anything you can tell us about Gary that would be maybe not available widely in the public?
I
don't want to get you in trouble here, but
yeah, I'd have to think about that. Most people know he's a huge Buckeye fan, huge into hunting and all that stuff, outdoorsman. So he does a lot. One thing that a lot of people don't know, he does a lot behind the scenes for charities and stuff.
Does he really?
So they've got a wing down at Vanderbilt. They've got a wing named after the group.
Okay.
So and veterans, he does a lot with veterans. Especially one of the things that you don't hear about a lot is the veterans coming back and they have hearing loss, and it doesn't happen right when you get back. Usually that may be a year or 2 years down the road. Well, from my understanding, it's not covered. So they really push to screen and get tested because you can test for it when they get back, and he's really behind that. So anything veteran-wise,
help out the veterans.
Yeah. So.
Well, great. Well, RRT family, that is Chris Hess, Black Tie Moving, and if you are thinking about making a move, obviously reach out to us. But we're going to connect you with Chris and Black Tie, help you get your stuff moved, and if you're interested in making a difference with the moving dollars you have, it sounds like they do everything, or do a lot of great things, from feeding kids to helping veterans with hearing loss. So make sure you reach out to Chris, reach out to us, and we'll see you next time.